My name is Clifton Parker. I'm the president of G&P Trucking in Columbia, South Carolina. Today we have the opportunity to present a new truck to Mr. Carlos Hughes. Mr. Carlos Hughes has been one fantastic driver for us in 2018. He has Taronda, his date, with him. She's here to support him because an over-the-road truck driver needs that family support, and I think you'd agree. And so we want to give Mr. Hughes the keys today, and thank you for your service here. Thank you for, and he drove 156,000 miles last year. He said he wanted to beat that next year, and we hope he does, and we can get him another new truck. So there's some criteria that Mr. Hughes, you met. Our operations team actually submitted your name. There was other names mentioned, and then we kind of vetted down based on work ethic, safety, you know, being on time, your attitude. Look at that smile. I mean, that's the kind of guy we like representing G&P Trucking. Taronda, I think that's probably what drew you to him. He enjoyed a week's vacation last week in Las Vegas. We was praying that he wouldn't win the big numbers, just so you have to come back and drive. So yeah. So again, congratulations to you. You know, represent us well. I'm sure you will. It's a pretty truck, and we're proud to have this given to you. And we want to send a message out. We get the guys that run 150,000 miles a year. We'll just buy them all like this. So thank you very much. And Greg, this is kind of Greg's program.
This is the best of all worlds. A smiling driver and a new truck. So doesn't get any better than that. Carlos, we appreciate the work.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Look at that, look at that, man.
Thank you.
Did you even get up in it and look?
Yeah, I've been in there. Yeah, that's a great truck.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's a great truck.
It's amazing.
Carlos, driver of the year. Now, how many times you done got driver of the year, Carlos?
It's my first go round, you know. Did a whole lot of miles since I've been with this company, G&P.
How long you been with G&P?
Working on 3 years.
Okay.
2+ years right now. And over those 2+ years, I've cleared over 300,000 miles. This year I topped out at 156,000 miles, and that landed me in the driver of the year position.
And the thing that impresses me about it, you're not Texas. You don't have 1,200 mile trips. Your average trip is how long?
Average trip, I do from South Carolina to Louisville like 3 times out of the week. 3 times going up, 3 times coming back down. 400, 500 plus.
Okay.
500 plus. And for 11 hours of drive time, I drive that down all the way to the wire. You know, I may have 10, 30 minutes, but basically I have planned out where I'm going to park for the night.
You plan that out when you start?
Yes, because I've been doing the route for a period of time, so I definitely plan that out. You got to know where you're going to park at for the night, or you will get a violation exceeding the driving hour.
Right. Now, so you're mostly always on the Louisville, take tires up to Louisville and then get something that brings you back in there and then get another Michelin load?
Yeah, I do that. Then, you know, it varies. I do that a lot. You know, a lot of people don't like to go back and forth up those mountains. You know, I do Mississippi, I do Tennessee, you know, rotate. I like Louisville a lot, though. Yeah. I do. I just like that route.
I just came back from there yesterday myself. I do that run a lot.
Yeah.
Now, do you still do a lot of the other regional, like Lowe's store deliveries and things for Mohawk? I'm sure you have over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I have. I do that Mohawk to another part of Georgia. I'm even Kishwa to Tupelo.
Right.
Yeah, Kishwa to Virginia. run a lot of loads from Statesville to Adamsville. G&P is a good company. They move a lot of good freight. So.
Now, did you start your career here?
Yes, I actually did. And my recruiter was Jeff Wolf. He was a great recruiter. I thought out here, this is the only company I've been with, and I've stuck it out because the guaranteed miles. I hear the pros and cons of a lot of companies for, the pay may be there for the cent per mile, but the consistency is not there, which, that's what defers G&P, because they have consistency on a weekly basis.
You get done with one?
A lot of dropping hooks. We do live loads, I done had ups and downs. Well, I have been at a shipper, maybe up to 5 hours. That happens. That's just in trucking period. So, yeah, but the miles are here, and I would recommend, just starting out trucking, seasoned truck driver, give G&P a shot.
Now, there's rare occasions where you are stuck at a shipper for 5 hours or so, do you get detention pay?
Yeah, exactly. You're definitely gonna get paid. You're not gonna be sitting there and not getting paid. We have to sacrifice 1 hour out the day, and each additional hour get paid. I start out on Sundays.
Now, what makes you start out on Sunday? Or why did you decide you'd like to start out on Sunday?
Basically, to be able to run my 70 out by early Friday in the AM or Friday afternoon, and my 70 it'll be closed and ran out. And of course the pay, we G&P pays pretty good. They have the mileage bonus. I average like 3,000 miles a week, so.
That's your typical week if it's 3,000?
3,000 miles. And I hear a lot of guys say they get like 2,100, 2,500, You gotta dedicate yourself a little bit more. After your 10-hour breaks up, you gotta get up and go. You can't sleep 14, 15 hours and waste time, And for the nutrition intake, as far as what you put in your body to be able to get up and go,
Right.
That's definitely important. So if you're eating fast food all day, eating fried food and things like that, me myself, I have a refrigerator in the old truck I had, and I cook my food over the weekend. I cook my food Saturday night before I leave out, and it's chicken breast. I purchased at Walmart.
Yeah.
I may eat some vegetables, broccoli, bag of rice, and apple juice, water. I don't drink a whole lot of soda. You definitely got to keep your weight down, because being a trucker, for health conditions are really up. So, but most definitely you got to have a passion for trucking. You can't get lonely out here. Definitely, if you got a wife, a fiance or something at home, as far as communication is key. Just having that consistent communication so you can focus out here on the road and do what you need to do. Safety first. Here at G&P, we got a good system for dispatch community. They go over and beyond to assist the driver to get the miles that's needed. For Mr. Clinton Parker, anytime I had an issue, he picked up the phone. I spoke with him personally. Ms. Glenda in payroll, she always kept the pay straight and forward. The Transflow department, they do pretty good for cleaning the bills up, not holding your money. So it's been working for me.
Right on. Now, did you come from the military before, or?
Nah, I hadn't did construction before this.
I got you. What attracted you into trucking?
Trucking, the pay, and to get out of that weather for us,
Right.
Yeah, to get out of that weather for construction goes.
Now, did a friend tell you about G&P, or did you just get kind of lucky and find us?
Actually, Jeff Wolf, I went to Centura College on Two Knot Road.
Okay.
And that's why I obtained my CDL license. And he came out, and actually my instructor, he actually started driving for G&P first. He got back on the road, and he recommended me to come drive for G&P, and that's what I decided to do. And later on, I seen another one of my instructors, which she's a trainer now. She's a female, and she drives for G&P.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
that's kind of saying something there.
Yeah.
Two instructors from the college that have access to all the trucking companies in the area.
Yeah.
Recommended you, and both went themselves to come here.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Lisbon, thank you, Mr. Lisbon, for the training. And he's actually an owner operator for G&P also. Yeah. He likes it. He likes it also. We talk from time to time. I actually got to give him a phone call. He don't know I got driver to get yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna put this video together so you can shoot him a link. I'll send that to you tomorrow. Now, one thing, like just me personally, that I hadn't filled out an application with any other company since I filled out my G&P application. But one thing I've noticed from the get-go is we actually have a legitimate shot of having balance in our life here.
Yeah, exactly.
You leave out on Sunday, you get back Friday. So what you're telling me, Carlos, is you're not spending a month out on the road to have the kind of numbers you have?
Oh, no.
You're off every
That's
weekend.
another thing. G&P got good home time. You know, not the badge in the other company. I'm not gonna speak on no name, but I got other friends who truck drive and they be out there months at a time. You know, the pay is not good. I definitely wouldn't go drive for them. But you're home every weekend, and the miles are here. You just gotta dedicate yourself. You want the miles, you get them. They here all day. This company been up and running for over 80 plus years, so that tells you beyond just on the history of it. They've been doing something right, so. You know, and this is the only company I've been with. You know, at the truck stop, you have other driver recruiting for other companies, and they speak of, you know, the sign-on bonuses and you know, the miles that they may get, and you know, I'm always seeking knowledge, and you know, I sit and talk with drivers who've been driving for over 30 years, and you know, as I was speaking on earlier, the pros and cons of different companies. Okay, they'll give you 50 plus cent a mile, high 40, something like that, but the consistency ain't enough. For the miles are not there. So at the end of the week, you know, you got X amount of hours left on your 70, and your paycheck is, you know, how you gonna take this home and pay your bills and do the other things you like to do, you know?
Right.
Yeah, you definitely want to get with a company where, you know, it's not all about the pay. You got to have a passion for it also. But in this world, you're going to need money to take care of the things in life to be able to live. So
Absolutely.
that's a part of it. Yeah.
Let's see, who's your dispatcher?
Our dispatcher is Larry Heron. He's a great one. Great one. I had Boyd. I done had Ty. Who else I had? I done had, who did I just have? He just getting in there, and he gonna be great at it in a period of time. What is his name? I just had somebody before I switched back to Cantrell, that's Larry Heron.
Okay,
Great
that was him.
dispatcher,
Okay,
great planner.
I've heard people talk about it. I've never worked with him.
Yeah, I want to give a thanks to Heath and Kevin. They great too.
Oh, they
give
both
me a
of them
whole lot
are
of
great.
miles. Yeah, they great too. No disrespect to the other dispatch / planners. You know, I give a whole lot of credit to Larry Heron, Cantrell, Heath, and Boyd. You know, they're my guys. So,
Now as you know, for whatever reason, you know, that they shift, you know, the dispatchers, the fleet that they have around occasionally. Have you noticed like a drop off or a change in your money when your dispatcher changed?
Yes, I have, because you know, even on the dispatcher and driver side, you gotta have a level of mathematics, because it can take a driver X amount of miles to get to a destination. And I've had a dispatcher where I get to a destination, this is drop and hook. I don't have a pre-plan, or, you know, I sit for X amount of hours waiting to get dispatched again. But with a great dispatcher, he's gonna have you pre-plan, maybe, you know, after you drop and hook this one, you're gonna have your pre-plan, you know exactly what direction you going in, and but you're gonna pick up and drop off at next. They're gonna pretty much keep you rolling, you know. Even if it's a live load, live unload, we do those also. So yeah, I done had some bad experience, you know, with dealing with a couple. I'm not gonna call no names for dispatchers, but it happens. That's just, you know, the field of trucking. You definitely gotta have patience.
So, like when you have things like that, how have you handled it in the past? Because obviously it didn't stay that way.
Yeah, you communicated with the dispatcher. You know, if it gets too out of hand, you know, you can pursue somebody who's in another position that may be a little higher up, who can communicate with the dispatcher if, you know, you and him are getting nowhere about the situation. But most definitely, we got a good team here, and they definitely gonna work that out, because, you know, they definitely cater to the driver, because, you know, a driver is a major part of the company. Yeah, they definitely
Nothing happens without the drivers.
Without the driver, you know. So it's a team effort, but the driver got to go out here and put these miles in, and, you know, pick up and deliver, things of that nature. So, and be away from family.
Yeah.
Mickey. I'm right here doing the interview with Trucker Jim. What you gotta say about G&P now? You on camera. You on camera.
Okay, I love G&P. G&P is the best company. It's the best company, you know, no doubt. Ain't said no more.
Yeah. And I'm sitting in the back of this 2019 International Lone Star Driver of the Year.
Where?
Everything brand new.
Man.
I'm finna get ready to
That's a good truck.
out of this interview, I'm finna get ready to roll out. I got a new beard.
Oh, you in Columbia?
Yeah, I got a new beard at Greenville load, Michelin.
You got to do what?
Kiss Wilder Michelin, from Michelin to Ford Assembly Plant.
I'm up here in Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm headed that way also. Yep. But I'm gonna give you a call back. You wanna say anything else?
I think I said enough.
Alright, I'll give you a call back, baby. Okay. Alright. Okay.
I know you got to move everything over to this truck and got to run, so I don't want to hold you up too much longer, Carlos. But is there any advice you'd give to maybe any new drivers here at G&P that's, you know, kind of maybe stuck in that 17, 18, less than 2,000 miles a week type of stuff, that kind of get them over that hump to the next level?
Well, for words of encouragement go, can't run from, you gotta run to it. Communication is key. Communicate them things to your dispatch. You know, request what you would like to project that week for miles go, for them increasing. You can't take 14, 15, 16 hour breaks. You know, I get 10 up, get you plenty of rest. You know, be mindful of what you put in your body. And it's a new year, 2019. If you're getting 2,500 miles last year, your projected goal should be 2,800 or better. You know, it only get better with time. And without a doubt, you do 156,000 miles, Mr. Clinton Park, get you a brand new truck like this, you'll be the first driver of it. Beyond it getting transported, you know. you'll be feeling just like me today. And Trucker Jim right here. I'm finna get ready to roll out in the next hour. Gotta transfer a few things over. It's a great feeling. But the miles are definitely here. Don't let nobody tell you different. The pay is here. The home time is here. It's all on you. It's all on you, what you choose to do.
One last thing, Carlos, and man, everything you said, like, I'm in 100% agreement with you. We're kind of vibrating on the same frequency, you know what I'm talking about? But you mentioned communication a lot of times, and I agree, and I contribute a lot of my success to not waiting around on things to happen. Communicate, let's make some things happen. How do you go about, do you send Qualcomm message, call them up on the phone?
Well, you can send messages over to Qualcomm. You can actually call in also if they're not too busy dispatching and you know, telling your expectations, you know, request to be able to, you know, roll out on Sunday. Roll out on Sunday, because I understand that a lot of people want to be home with their family on the weekend. And, you know, sometimes you have to make sacrifices. You got goals in life, you definitely got to make sacrifices. And, you know, you got a good support system at home. They'll understand. Just, you know, if y'all want to purchase this new home or, you know, a new car, a new investment, whatever it may be. So you got to get out here and, you know, put up miles to be able to have the capital to make that investment or purchase that new home. So,
which you just recently made an investment in happiness. And the previous video to this one, the Texas Driver of the Year, but you weren't here because you were somewhere else, right?
Oh yeah, I was in Vegas. You know, Vegas, and I thank God for the blessing. I thank God for everything.
Where'd you stay at in Vegas?
Today, that's my first time staying in Vegas, going to Vegas, and we stayed at Treasure Island. You know, anybody who never been to Vegas, I think Caesar Palace is really nice. You know, on my next experience, I'm most definitely gonna stay at Caesar Palace. I'm feeling real great right now. I won like $2,200 on the crap table, and it's legal to gamble in Vegas. So, but I lost about $460 back, and we had a great time. I actually took my dad. His birthday was January the 3rd. We left on the 2nd and made it back last night, which was the 6th. And a good friend of mine, his mom's birthday is on the same day as my dad. They share the same birthday. And he took his mom and a couple other relatives. My girlfriend, she went. And, you know, we had a ball. Yeah. Vegas, nice place. I just wouldn't do it again when it's cold. It'll definitely be in the summer. Yeah, and you know, G&P played a part in that. You know, me being able to have some capital to go out there and gamble with, to either win or lose. So
right.
Yeah, they played a part in that. Yeah, it was a great experience.
Did you take care of your dad's flight and stuff out there?
Yeah, I did all that. Yeah.
Man, how good does that make you feel to be able to do something like that for your dad?
It felt great. He enjoyed it.
I bet he had
He thanked me over and over again. Yeah, he turned 64. And, he just texted my girlfriend and told her how proud he was of me. So
we're all proud of you, Carlos. Fantastic job. Well, all right, Carlos. Well, I don't want to hold you up, but hey, thanks again for taking the time to chat with me and the rest of the G&P.
Yeah, I thank you for your time, Trucker Jim.